Good morning. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vivishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Bolo Sakura Shivananda Maharaja Ki. Om Bolo Shri Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaja Ki. Jai Ma Jai Tu Swami Jyotir Mayananda. So today we continue on denouncing. Looks like for the next several sections here, we're denouncing various things. And today we're denouncing craving. In section 17, just as the rays of the sun render the earth hard and dry, so the burning rays of worry have robbed me of my goodness and gentleness. The forest of my chitta, or mind, is pervaded by the darkness of illusion. It is devoid of the power of inquiry and reflection. The evil spirit of craving continues to sport in this forest with great enthusiasm. It is craving that keeps the mind agitated. This craving has caused a dense delusion to exist in my mind. This craving creates desires for earthly wealth and possessions. Craving drives the mind from one object to another. It leads one to false speech and evil actions. This stream of inauspicious craving continues to flow in my personality. Though I want to control the distractions of my mind, yet this craving obstructs my meditative movement and directs my mind to the petty objects of the world. The idea of reining in the Indras, the 5 horses, I think, and we're pulling them in. This is the idea of controlling the senses and the cravings. Rats often cut the strings of venas, musical instruments. In the same way, cravings continue to destroy the strings of divine virtues. Just as a leaf continues to whirl in a whirlwind, a straw continues to drift with the wind, and the wintry clouds continue to wander in the vast sky, so am I caught in the revolving wheel of craving. I am so consumed by the fires of craving that I deem even nectar insufficient to cool this burning affliction. The mare of craving continues to wander far and near and runs in circles. Just as oxen tied to a rope are forced to carry heavy burdens, so human beings tied to the rope of craving carry heavy loads of karmas. Though I am a hero, yet this dark night of craving continues to frighten me. Though I am endowed with the vision of discrimination, yet this craving is threatening me with intense misery. This craving pierces the hearts of men. It creates the entanglements of the world process. It is the promoter of inauspiciousness. It is like a black demoness, the very embodiment of poverty and pain. Craving bites a person like a serpent and fills his body with a deadly venom. Okay, so moving from denunciation of craving to denunciation of the body. Sri Rama continued, O sage, I am disgusted with this body. It is the source of all worldly afflictions. It is the support of craving, desire, disease, egoism, and repeated birth and death. This body consists of blood, flesh, marrow, bone, and ugly entrails. It is the very seat of all misery. Though it is inert, yet it appears to be alive and conscious. It is neither purely spiritual nor purely material. This body is very fickle in its character. It is delighted with petty food and drink. It is afflicted by little changes in the winter. What could be as base and low as the body? It is devoid of any divine quality and is the basis of all grief. This body is like a tree. Its two arms are the branches, its shoulders are the trunks. The eyes are the howls, and and the head is a large fruit. The teeth seem to perch upon this tree like birds. The ears appear like woodpeckers. Hands and feet are the leaves. Diseases entwine this tree of the physical body. Beauty is the shade of this tree, which draws the traveling souls into a process of embodiment. This body is neither a friend nor a foe to anyone. No one is really related to this physical body. Therefore, it is vain either to love this body or to hate it. The soul takes recourse to the boat of this body again and again to cross the ocean of the world process. Just as a boat must be left alone, so too this body must be transcended when the ocean is crossed. In this mysterious forest of physical existence, who can live with security and peace? This soul abides in this body like a cat in an empty drum. On this tree of the physical body, the mind continues to play its restless pranks like a monkey. Worries are the flowers that bloom on the tree. Great miseries infest this tree like infectious disease germs. Craving abides in its howls, even like a deadly snake. Virtue and vice are the sweet and bitter fruits of this tree. Youth is the transient shade that the tree provides for the traveling souls through the desert of the world process. The spirit of desire, abides in this tree. The vulture of ego rests on its branches, desirous of locating rotting carcasses. Numerous subtle desires emanate from this tree like secondary roots and intertwine to form strong ropes which are difficult to destroy. This body possessed by its householder ego does not delight me. What purpose does it serve, whether it's dead or alive? The senses are like pet animals in the possession of the ego. Craving is a housewife who continues to assert herself in every part of the house. The spirit of the desire, has painted this house in attractive colors, but this body does not please me. This body is supported by the various functions of the chitta or mind. Ignorance and falsehood are the supporting pillars for this physical mansion. Multiple miseries, like unruly children, continue to keep this body filled with their cries and shrieks. Sleep is the bedroom, lulling the slow soul in ignorance. The impure intellect is the maid who abides in this house, suffering from leprosy of evil actions. O sage, this body is filled with impressions of the numerous objects of the world. It is crowded and disorderly. Ignorance has spread a thick veil of dust in every part of this physical house. Therefore, it cannot be desired by me. At the door of the mouth, the tongue appears as a restless she-monkey, always craving for objects to taste. Mind, like a rat, has burrowed holes in the body, rendering it weak and sickly. This body is the abode of diseases and is the fountainhead of afflictions. An elephant caught in a bog cannot be saved by a weak person. In the same way, I am unable to save my soul from this marshy existence of my body. This body is interested in everything that is perishable. What have I to do with kingdom, with prosperity, and with the fulfillment of worldly desires? All these are perishable and fleeting. What beauty is there in this body which does not follow the soul at the time of death, but like an ungrateful wretch desires its own friend and master? This body is subject to age and death. Whether one is prosperous or poor, his body must follow the same rule. No amount of external achievement can make the body secure upon this earth. Therefore, I see no gain in maintaining this physical body. This body is constantly being consumed by the fire of worry. Therefore, it is called deha, that which burns. After death, it is cremated or destroyed. But the wise sages burn this body with the fire of knowledge. Whence does this body come? Where does it go? This is difficult to understand. The ways of the body are like those of the fire of the wind, flame, and mind. Their movements are mysterious. I am not related to this body. This body is not myself. I am not this body. This body is not mine. He who has attained peace of mind by developing this wisdom is indeed the best among men. The demoness of craving has thrown me into this ditch of physical embodiment. She has robbed me of my spiritual treasures. This craving has deceived my helpless intellect. There is nothing in the world that can be considered real and imperishable. This body is of this world. How can there be reality and permanency in this physical body? Alas, people are cheated by this illusory body. Within a short time, this body becomes old, and like dewdrops falling from the leaves, it falls and dies. This body is sustained by ignorance. I do not condone this body even for a single moment. Those who see durability in the lightning flashes, or in the wintry clouds which are bereft of rain, or in the castles of the mind, they may continue to believe that this body is permanent and durable. But I cannot place my trust in this perishable body. I deem this body as worthless as a straw. He's giving us quite the illustration here. We will stop there, and tomorrow we'll continue with the denunciation of the childhood stage. Om Purnamida Purnamida Purnam Purnamudashate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bolo Sakura Shivananda Maharaja Ki. Om Bolo Shri Swami Vishnudevananda Maharaja Ki. Jai Ma Jai Tu Swami Jyotir Mayananda.